So now we're going to go into a bit more in detail, looking at another section here, which is financial aspects. What's involved? So you want to look at the budgeting. You want to establish what your budget is. It's essential for managing your expenses, projecting revenue and ensuring financial stability. Identify your startup costs, ongoing expenses such as rent, utilities, salaries, and potential sources of revenue. Regular review and adjust the budget as needed, because it's important that you are aware of this. Until you've got money coming in, then it will be you doing all of the work. For example, you're going to be responsible for accounting, so you need to get an accountant in. You want to implement really good practices to do with accounting, so you need to get a firm in that can do your accounting for you, that can track your income accurately, expenses, your financial transaction, considering hiring a professional accountant, and using a accounting software to maintain organized financial records and preparing financial statements. And you must comply with local tax regulations. Now, like I said, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just talking to you from a business owner to a business owner, what you need to think about. So you want to develop a comprehensive financial plan. You want to outline the short and long-term goal strategies for growth, and compliancy plans for the unexpected expenses or financial challenges, because there will be unexpected expenses. Regularly monitor and evaluate the financial performance of the business to make sure that you have made informed decisions. So financial tools and systems. You want to make sure and look at the accounting software. Utilize accounting software such as QuickBooks, Xero, FreshBooks to streamline bookkeeping, invoicing, financial reporting processes. These tools automate tasks and improve accountants' accuracy, provide valuable insights into the financial health of your business. You don't want to wait till the end of the year. You want to really know what's happening week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year. See that improvement. We will be getting people to come on and talk to you about all of these different things that I'm talking about, because I think it's beneficial to have someone come in and talk about recruitment software. I think it's good to have someone come in and talk about QuickBooks accounting software. I think it's good to have someone come in and talk about compliance to do with healthcare, HIPAA, all the different things. So we will have people come in to talk about these things as well from a professional qualification point of view. That's going to really help you grow and understand your organization, because you need to think about all of these things. Just because you think, oh, I want to set up a healthcare business or a medical staffing business or a staffing business or any business, you got to think about all of these things, because if you don't, you're not going to understand what's going to be required of you. Because when you fill out that form on Companies House or through the state, for example, you're saying that you're aware of what your obligations are and you're aware of what you need to do. And it is difficult. Running a business is not easy. But if it's something that's in your heart and you really want to do it and you really mean it, then you're going to make it work. And there will be challenges. There's always going to be a challenge in your business, no matter what level you are at. You can be at the beginning, you're still going to have a challenge. You can be at the top, you're still going to have challenges. But you're going to overcome those challenges. Don't see them as a block. Don't let it stop you. You push through that and you go for it, because you can do it. If I can do it, you certainly can. Okay? So But be aware of these things so that you're getting stronger and getting used to it. And this is why I'm starting to do a lot more training to make people aware of their obligations as directors. You're the one that is responsible. If anything goes wrong, you are the one that they come to, no one else. So you have to be aware of these things and get to know it. I'm just keeping it real. I know you may think, oh, that's a bit harsh, but I have to be real with you. It is a good business to be in, but it is difficult sometimes when you're managing hundreds of staff members. That's why I'm saying to you, be aware of what type of business you really want to go into, because you may want to do permanent staffing. That way it's not going to take up too much of your time, and it's going to give you more work-life balance, for example. So it all depends really what you've got going on in your life. Do you want to spend more time with your family? So yes, you'll want to be at home. You want to work from home, and you can do this working from home. Things are so much easier now. Before we had to get a big office. You know, like me, I had a huge office. It was on 3 floors and there was like staff full in every floor. It was ridiculous. But we don't have to do that now. We can take on contractors that are around the world that can work remotely from home, that are happy to work from home because they're at home. They haven't got to get in a car or get on a bus or get on a bicycle and travel to work an hour there, 2 hours, and come back. I used to do that. I used to drive 2 hours and 2 hours back. My day was like 4 hours. If I was stuck in traffic, oh boy, I won't even go there. My whole day would be taken up. So think about all of these things that you want to do in your staffing business. You're going to be responsible for a lot of things, but if you are starting to, it's like you go to university or college or whatever, yeah, you're learning things. You know, you go to school, don't you, and you learn about things. You leave school, then you go to college, and then you're learning about more things. Well, when you start a business, this is the same thing. You're learning about things that you need to be aware of and to look at implementing when you can afford to do so. But you still need to be aware of it. Okay? And when you pick your staff, you're the one that's responsible for your staff. No one else is. Because you're the director. It falls on you. So you have to make sure that when you choose your staff, like how yesterday I mentioned, that you need to really choose high caliber staff. And then that way it minimizes the risk of something happening that's going to come back on you as a company. So do please, please, please take your time and make sure that you interview, you recruit, and you're also happy with choosing a particular staff member, for example. Okay? So I'm going to move on swiftly. Financial management platform. Consider using financial management. Like, there's all different things to monitor your cash flow, set financial goals. You can use different budgeting tools, bill payment reminders, customized financial reports, for example. There's lots of different software out there for that. There's also the electronic payment systems, which implement electronic payment systems to facilitate convenient and secure transactions with clients, suppliers, and employees. Options include online payments, gateway, mobile, payment apps, electronic funds transfer, banks transfer, for example. It's important for you to separate your personal and your business. It needs to be separate. financial stability. You want to keep personal and personal and business expenses separate. This helps maintain clarity and transparency when you're dealing with your financial position of the business. It enables accurate tracking of business expenses, revenue and profits, which is essential for financial planning and decision making. Think about having your family members working in your business. But they need to be able to do the job effectively, and make sure that you're able to get on with that family member, because sometimes things can go wrong if you work with a family member. So make sure that they are skilled in that particular job that they're doing, or they've been trained, and that they're going to be compliant and listen to what you're saying as well. So when it comes to tax compliance, you want to separate your personal and business finances. It simplifies your tax compliance by ensuring that your business-related transactions are properly documented and reported for tax purposes. It reduces your risk of tax audits, penalties, legal complications associated with the combining of funds. So look at your financial reporting. Maintaining a separate bank account, credit card, and financial records for personal and business purposes facilitate accurate financial reporting and auditing. It enhances the credibility of financial statements and builds trust with stakeholders, including investors, lenders, and regulatory authorities. So it's important, if you're going to look at doing like one business for one thing, where you're doing one thing, then you open up another business for another thing. You can have multiple businesses and bank accounts. They don't all have to be all in one, because then it's going to become a hot mess, I might as well say. It'd be very confusing. So bear that in mind, because that's so important. So we're going to go into part 4. So creating your strategy for charging. So what is it that you're going to charge as a business owner for providing a temporary staff member on, for example, you would charge 1.5 to 2 of their pay per hour. So for example, if you're paying someone £20 an hour, then you would look at charging, say, £35 an hour. 1.5, for example. I'll just get my calculator out. If it's 2 times, so you would look at, if you're paying someone £20 an hour, then you would then charge £40 an hour, or $40 an hour, for example. And I'm going to start using the word dollars, because we are a global organization, so that is becoming more stronger now with what we're doing. So think about what your rate is per hour and look at what that involves. There's several key steps that you can think of. So what specialisms are you going to be offering? What specialist services in the healthcare sector? And how can you develop your strategy? And that is by you doing your market research. It's important to do that and to do an analysis. So I want you to all, if you've got time, that is, which you should have if you're interested in doing a staffing agency, for example, you need to conduct a thorough market research to identify the high demand niche healthcare sectors which specialize in services, what are needed. And we're going to cover this anyway, but it's also good for you to be aware that you need to look at what that is. So when you're analyzing the market trends, look at what your competitors are offering and what are their client preferences so that you understand the potential for charging premium rates. You want to identify specialized healthcare sectors. Identify niche healthcare sectors with high demand for specialist staffing services. Now, these are some examples here: critical care, mental health, surgical specialities, pediatric care, geriatric care. Develop an expertise and make sure that the credentials are there. Now, we are always thinking about, when we think of staffing agency, we're so focused on healthcare, but there's so many different types of staffing agency which you're leaving money on the table basically as well. Okay, so look at investing in staffing, training, education, certification. For example, you want to target a niche healthcare sector, but there's many other sectors out there. But like I said in my book here, it's on Amazon. I'll put the link here somewhere for you to see the book here where it's got "We'll Love You from a Distance." This is about 50 healthcare business types as a staffing company you could offer, and it is here, it's in the book, it's in my book, something which you can read while you're even, at night time. You can read it when you're on the train, on the bus, for example. But the link, I'm going to just give you the link actually now. Well, I'll do it at the end. I'm not going to do it now, otherwise it will distract us. So think about what it is that you're going to provide, and try and just bring it down to five niches, and then bring it down to 3. That you're going to do 3 in the first year, and then the other 2 you're going to add them into the second year. Okay, because each niche, if you was to look at it, it can bring you, for example, 300,000 a year. Yeah, so if you had 3, then that's like 900 pounds, $1 million. Sorry, 900 pounds. Sorry, 900,000 a year, $1 million a year, for example, with just 3. Okay, so imagine if you did 5. What that would bring you would be like multiple 7 figures. And I'm saying this so that you can get there quicker by collapsing time, because if you're just doing home care, it's going to take you 2 years, for example, like with what I did, to get to multiple 7 figures. I got to multiple 7 figures in my 3rd year, just to let you know. And that's because I combined home care, I did that, and I also started to do the staffing as well. I should have done it the other way around, because it's a lot easier to do the staffing, just to mention that to you. So think about, are you going to provide temporary? Are you going to provide permanent? Are you going to provide both? What will your specialities be? Pick 3 niches, but choose 5 to begin with, and then pick 3 for your first year. Hope everyone's enjoying this training. You can also look at collaborating as well, and you can stay updated with the latest developments and best practices. You can find out what new developments are happening right now that you can actually supply staff to before it gets busy. Get in there first, for example. I'm just, keeping it real with you. So look at collaborating with specialist units. For example, you want to look at tailored services to meet the needs of the client. You want to customize your staffing services to address the unique needs and the challenges of clients in the targeted niche areas in healthcare. There's you want to offer flexibility staffing solutions, including short-term, part-time, and specialized skill sets tailored to each client's requirements, and offer permanent placement as well. Don't just think, I'm just going to provide temporary staff and that's it, and they need permanent staff. Why would you not want to help them? We want to help each other so that those that use the service receive better outcomes. So why would we not want to do that? There's always going to be a staff shortage. So don't think, oh, if I give them that staff, I'm never going to get another staff again. You are. So why would you not want to help them? Because that's their need. You're there to provide them with their need of what they're looking for, that's going to help them. Okay? I just wanted to mention that. So you want to look at emphasizing on quality and reliability. Position your staffing agency as the provider of high quality, reliable, and specialized healthcare professionals. You want to highlight the expertise, experience, and track record of your staff in delivering exceptional care and outcomes in niche healthcare sectors. And that's so important, because if you don't mention that, then how are they going to know? What is your marketing and branding? Develop a compelling brand identity and marketing strategies that highlight your agency's specialisms in niche healthcare sectors. We also provide marketing as well for those of you that's interested in marketing for healthcare. You want to utilize targeted marketing channels such as industry-specific publications, online platforms. There's professional networks as well to reach potential clients in these sectors as well. Showcase your success stories, testimonials, case studies demonstrating the value and the impact of specialized service. Like, for example, someone calls you up and you was able to provide someone straight away, 30 minutes, boom, that person, that staff member was on site helping out because they were in a crisis. Maybe you may have some testimonials like that. You want to demonstrate your value proposition. You want to clearly articulate the value proposition of your specialized services. You want to make sure that you emphasize on the benefits such as improved patient outcome. You will enhance the quality of care and the cost effectiveness. Provide transparency, pricing structures, and demonstrate how the premium rates reflect the added value, like I said the other day, and expertise your agency brings to clients in the niche healthcare sector. You want to develop a client relationship. You want to foster strong relationships with clients in niche healthcare sectors. And through proactive communication, personalized service, and responsive support, you'll be able to get feedback and provide clients with continuity, and you will improve specialized staffing services that you're providing and address any concerns or challenges that they may have promptly. So, is staffing for you? I believe it is. And what I'd like you to do is, if it is for you, then do book a free 15-minute appointment with me. My team will put the link in the chat for you to book a free 15-minute appointment with me or my team so that we can discuss further with you. Excellent, excellent. I want you to also look at the book. My book is on Amazon. There's Kindle version as well as the hardcover version as well. Because I think it's good to have a look at this, because you will get a really good understanding as well. Just trying to find the thing here. Yeah, here we go. That's the name of the book. It is on Amazon. You should be able to click that link there. Hopefully it brings you to the book. See, there's cookies you have to accept. I'm going to take you directly to my tracking. Hopefully my team will be able to tell me if the link took them to my book. So team, I will put the link in because I'm not sure whether it's worked. So I'm not quite sure, because if I tick it, it's just going to take me straight to my page, for example. And I'll put the link in from one of my other links. So what I'd like to say to you is hashtag, if you're watching the replay, hashtag, if you're watching the live, then hashtag live. If you are wanting to start a staffing agency, for example, a medical staffing agency, hashtag medical staffing, so that we can reach out to you as well. If you want to start a staffing agency and not necessarily a medical staffing agency, hashtag staffing agency, so that we know what it is that you're looking for, because we do, there's a lot of how can I say it, there's a lot of things we're missing in the staffing agency market, because we're just focusing so much on healthcare, because we've been a nurse, or we come from healthcare background, so we think, oh, we're going to just go straight into that. But there's lots of different staffing. There's so many different staffing types of businesses that you can do. There's sales, there's dental, there's just so much. And I want you to be informed and make the choices that's going to be suitable for you and your family as well. Okay? And maybe you may be, by yourself, and you just want to be busy, and you want to do medical staffing agency and a personnel staffing agency or trucking agency. There's so many different staffing agencies that you can provide. The market is so wide, but we just all seem to be focused on healthcare. Let's look at what else is out there, because there's people out there that's getting, when I say millions, they're getting millions in the first year, because they're not focusing on healthcare. They're focusing on other staffing types of contracts as well. So I just wanted to mention that to you. I've really enjoyed training and talking to you today. I hope that it's making you look at this option, and we're going to be going through CQC training next week, because obviously you created a list of some of the training that you would like me to go through, and I will go through that with you. And I just want to say thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed today's training. Stay blessed, everyone. God bless you all. And I look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow. My team have put the link in there for you to book a free 15-minute call with us, so that we can talk to you further about what options that you feel would be good for you in your business, whether you want to do healthcare or what type of healthcare business do you want to do, whether it is staffing, what type of staffing do you want to do, because there's so much out there now and we're not covering all of the basics. So there's a small group of people, for example, there's a contract out and there's only 20 people that applied, and it was for multi-millions. It was like 20 million, so each one got 1 million. Do you get me? So we got to start thinking strategic now. What is the why and what is the goal? Okay, this is day 2. I'm going to go more into this. I'm going to go into more training, and it's going to be amazing. I hope that you are enjoying day 1 and 2 so far. I can't wait to share with you the rest, which is tomorrow, and there's also Saturday and Sunday as well, because this is such a big subject. I think it needs to be done over the 5 days. This is a 5-day challenge. What I want you to do is I want you to implement from the training so that by the end of the 5 days, you will have a strong idea of where you are and where you want to be, because only you can make that decision. It's got to be your why, and the reason why you're doing this is for a purpose, right? So you'll get that purpose by the end of the 5 days. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's training. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Thank you. Bye.